Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you a simple, delicious poke bowl recipe. For those who don't know what poke is, it's a dish from Hawaii and it's basically a cubed raw fish salad. Traditionally, yellowfin tuna was used for poke, but there are other variations of it, for example using octopus, salmon, and other types of tuna. Some common seasonings used in this dish include soy sauce, sesame oil, green onions, and furikake. Furikake is a Japanese seasoning typically made of dried fish, sesame seeds, and seaweed. Nowadays, there are so many different flavors of poke which can vary between spicy, sour, and sweet. But today I'll be showing you guys a basic poke recipe which my mom actually taught me. So firstly, we need the raw fish. I'll be using both sashimi grade tuna and salmon. I used about 500 grams of each since I'll be making enough for at least 6 servings, but of course you can use less or more than that. Now for the seasoning, you'll need soy sauce, cooking sake, mirin, green onions, and sesame seeds. Some other optional ingredients which I sometimes like to add in the end include sesame oil or olive oil, roasted seaweed, and avocado. And for the base of the bowl, I'll be using sushi vinegar and Japanese white rice. So we're first going to prepare the rice since it will take a while for it to cook. I'll be using 4 cups of rice here, but you can adjust the amount depending on how much you want. Once you wash your rice, you want to use 1 cup of water for every cup of rice. Or if you have a scale on your rice cooker, line up the amount of water according to the amount of rice you're making. As you can see, I lined up my water to the scale on the right, which is specifically for sushi rice. Now that the rice is cooking, we'll move on to making the seasoning for the tuna and salmon. In a saucepan, I'm going to be adding 1 cup of soy sauce, half a cup of sake, and half a cup of mirin. So basically the ratio will always be 2 soy sauce to 1 sake to 1 mirin. Now we want to place the saucepan on the stove and turn it on to high and wait for it to boil. Once it begins to boil, take the saucepan off the stove, stir the mixture, and let it cool. As we wait for the mixture to cool, we'll move on to cutting the green onions. With your washed green onions, you just want to thinly slice the onions. Make sure you cut all the way to the end just before the roots so that you don't waste any of it. Now that the green onions are cut, we'll move on to cutting the salmon and tuna. So what you want to do is basically cut the fish into cubes. I'm cutting mine into approximately 3/4 inch cubes, but that's just my preference, so you can cut them into thicker or thinner pieces if you would like. Now that all the fish has been cut, I'm just going to mix the two together in a large bowl. After cutting all the other ingredients, the seasoning mixture should have cooled down by now, so we can add the seasoning to our fish. I'm slowly incorporating the soy sauce mixture, green onions, and sesame seeds into the bowl. At this point, you can add the sesame oil or olive oil as well if you wanted to. The amount of seasoning that's added to the poke is completely up to everyone's individual preference, but in my case, I ended up using all of the soy sauce mixture and as well as all of the green onions and sesame seeds. Once the poke is made, leave it in the fridge while we make the rice. First, you want to transfer all the cooked rice into a large bowl. Now we're going to add the sushi vinegar. For each cup of rice, we want to add in 2 tablespoons of sushi vinegar. So since I made 4 cups of rice, I'll be adding 8 tablespoons into my rice. Once you added the vinegar in, make sure to mix the rice well. Now we're ready to bring everything together. First, let's go ahead and add the rice. Then we're going in with our delicious poke mixture and adding it on top of the sushi rice. Don't be afraid to add too much poke. Here I'm making sure to add enough poke to cover all of the rice. And finally, I'm going to garnish my poke bowl with some green onions. You can also add in your seaweed and avocado if you would like. And there you have it, a super simple and easy to make poke bowl. Thank you guys so much for watching my very first YouTube video. It's pretty nerve-wracking to put yourself out there, not gonna lie, but it was really fun filming and editing it. And so hopefully I'll be making more soon. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this recipe. I know it's not a traditional way to make poke, but since I was taught how to make it this way and since I thought it was really simple and easy to make, why not share it with other people? So if you guys have any questions or comments about the recipe, please leave it down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!